Hello, hello, and welcome back to Pleasantview. Today, we are finishing off our main neighborhood community lot tours with our specialty and municipal lot. We're going to be starting right over here by the water tower with this lot called the Sweetheart Chapel. This historic chapel offers both indoor and outdoor ceremonies. This is the Sweetheart Chapel. As usual, I downloaded this lot and renovated it for my own needs. I will link the original lot in the description if you are interested in downloading it for your own game and setting it up the way that you like. Let's go ahead and take a tab tour, starting with the outdoor portion. So all the way here on the right, you'll see that we have some tables, but we have this beautiful aisle that our Sims can walk down, and we have the outdoor wedding arch right here. And then behind the wedding arch right here, we have a covered pavilion, which has a buffet table, another table, and a pet food dish in case pets join your wedding. I do have the community lot parties mod in my game, so our Sims can have wedding parties. There is also a toy chest over here for the children and anyone else who wants to use it, a photo booth so you can take photos at the wedding, a nectar bar for our Sims to use, lots of beautiful flowers. This is just a nice little community lot for community lot weddings. Isn't this lot just beautiful? I love it. So when you walk in the main room here, we have the indoor wedding arch. There is also a wedding cake, plenty of seating for our guests. There is the champagne so that our Sims can toast. I do have a mod so that they don't obsess over it. Sometimes they still do, to be honest. So this is the beautiful indoor area. And then there are two doors here. On this side, we have a bathroom with a changing area and a little toddler potty, since toddlers can come to community lots in my game. And if someone with a toddler child was getting married here, I assume they would want their children to attend. And this is another bathroom, and this one has a litter box for our feline family members. If we take a look at this lot from the top down, you'll see our indoor area, our chapel, has plenty of seating and a nice big open space so that Sims don't have routing issues to have the wedding. There is one bathroom over here, which has a litter box in it also, and then there is one bathroom and changing room over here, which has a toddler potty. And then on this side, we have seating for 8 Sims. Plus we have the outdoor wedding area, and then we have some entertainment options over here. And then in the pavilion in the back, we have food for our Sims and food bowls for our pets. Weddings are some of my favorite parties to have on community lots, so I was very excited to add this community lot to my game. The next lot that we're going to take a look at is catty corner from the Sweetheart Chapel in between the library and the Rosebud Bar and Grill. This is the Watcher Worship Center. Exalt and praise the Watcher, for in faithfulness you have served her. This is the Watcher Worship Center. I did build this lot from scratch, but I was inspired by a speed build, so I will leave a link to that speed build video in the description below if you would like to see where I got the inspiration for this build. This lot has a full-blown bus stop at the front because I imagine that the Watcher Worship Center would want as many Sims as possible to be able to access this lot. And then if we take a cab tour into the front here, you will see that this has a prayer statue where our Sims can pray. It has a podium where they can give sermons. This is functional. It has the Eye of the Watcher. It has some pews, some candles. Now, I have not quite finished this lot. Where these tables and candles are, I would like to put a collection plate where Sims can donate, but I haven't fully finished setting up the Watcher Worship Center yet. For example, we do not have a priestess or a priest in the neighborhood yet. I am still working on that custom career, and we haven't had services here yet. But the lot is fully functional. We can send Sims here to pray to the Watcher. There are just a few more things that I would like to add, like a collection plate, and finish the custom career to make this a functional lot similar to our prison and school. You come around the side here, we have a piano, which can be used during services. And this door back here leads to the hallway. I'll get to this part in a minute, but there is a giant Eye of the Watcher. There's a toy box for our children and younger Sims. If somebody brings their toddler here because it's time for services, the toddler can play back here where the children and above attend services. There's the door back to the main area and a second door on this side, which just leads to a small little bathroom with a mirror and a toilet and a sink and a toddler potty. And then this door over here leads to the office. So that is a Watcher Book of Faith. That is a cookie jar, so Sims can actually purchase cookies from it. I put it here so that there was some food if we absolutely needed it. Ignore the green under the lamp. That's just an OMSP that automatically becomes invisible in live mode. There's seating. This is a pet bed. Obviously, a large dog cannot fit there, but a small dog and a cat can. And then I imagined that this room would also have a bookshelf. Very small, just somewhere for the priest or priestess to meet with congregants. If we look at this lot from the top down, it is fairly small. So when you walk in the front here, there is really just a place to sit, a place to pray, a place to preach, and somewhere that the piano can be played. In this room over here, we have the office for the person who runs the worship center, which includes a Watcher Book of Faith and some cookies. Over here we have a bathroom, and over here we have a toy box. Now I'm going to get to this area again. Now I skipped over this area when I did the tab tour because you guys haven't seen it yet, so I want to give a little bit of context. These decks of cards are actually for random occurrences. They are random occurrence scenario initiators, so a Sim can walk up to one of them, click on it, and initiate a random occurrence pop-up. However, they are not the random occurrences that we've seen in the game so far. One of these is for blessings, and one of these is for curses. So if a Sim is blessed or cursed by the Watcher, whether through a random occurrence or for any other reason, they will come to the worship center and they will click on the appropriate deck of cards to initiate their blessing or curse. Now I am going to remesh these. I actually have an item picked out already that I'm going to make these look like crystal balls, and one will be white and the other may be black or purple, something like that. But I just haven't done it yet because we haven't needed to use the slot and I've had other things that have taken priority. So the next time we come here, or if we come here with a Sim, this lot may look a little bit different because I'm going to remesh those to look like something more appropriate for this space. So if a Sim deserves a blessing or a curse, then they will come here and get that pop-up. And those are actually, they are much stronger random occurrences than the ones we've seen in the game. They can lead to instant death, they can lead to sudden windfalls, immunity from disease, or even the death of a loved one. We will be here at some point, and who knows what the Watcher has in store. The next lot we are going to tour is the Pleasantview Town Hall. Visit the Town Hall to learn more about Pleasantview residents, attend town meetings, or obtain a quick marriage license. We also offer unlimited coffee and cookies, and lie detector tests. Welcome to the Pleasantview Town Hall. We were here very briefly with Daniel Pleasant when he was fined for kicking over Brandy Rove's trash can, but we didn't get to see all of the lot in action during that episode. First things first, out here is a place for Sims to purchase umbrellas. That is an umbrella kiosk in my game. When you go inside, there are some pet toys, vending machines, a little desk that looks like someone maybe works here, and some bookshelves. And of course there's a job board, because where better to put that than at Town Hall. There's a little bathroom here, very small, just for this tiny little lot. There's a coffee maker and a cookie jar where Sims can purchase cookies. And if you watched the episode with Daniel Pleasant where he came here to be judged and obtain his fine, you saw these 3 paintings in action. This is a modded painting, and when you put them up on the wall, 3 different Sim pictures will appear. The oldest Sim in your neighborhood, the wealthiest Sim in your neighborhood, and the most popular Sim in your neighborhood, or the Sim with the most friends or relationship points. So even though they look like this now, in action, in live mode, they look a lot different. Now if you keep walking this way, this is an elevator door, so we'll go up the stairs in a second, but that is an elevator if Sims choose. And then over here, this is where town meetings occur. So your Sims can come here. If Sims get Ross pop-ups for jury duty, they will come here and hang out, so I wanted them to have plenty of things that they could do if they need to come here for jury duty. Upstairs, this area is open to the downstairs, so if there is some meeting, you would imagine that some people are hanging out on the balcony here to watch what is taking place downstairs. There's a pet bed, a pet food bowl, and an area for toddlers and children to hang out. Single parents who get jury duty may need to bring their children here, so I wanted somewhere for them to go. There's a cat scratcher, the elevator. Over here is the judgmental scales of judgment. I will leave a link to this item in the description below if you're interested in downloading it. It is up on my website. This is where Sims can be judged for their crimes and also receive their sentence, whether it's a fine, community service, or prison time. Now through these beautiful double doors right here, we actually have an indoor wedding area with a cake and some balloons and what looks like some administrative items. So if your Sims need to get married somewhere, for example, let's say that your Sims live in an apartment building, they don't have an outdoor space or a lot of space to have people over or to get married, but they don't really want to have it as a chapel or they don't have the funds for that level of a community lot wedding. They can just come here with their loved one and maybe one or two family or friends to obtain their marriage license. This door back here is just there's a small bathroom, which includes a toddler potty, and it has an adjoining area for your Sims to get changed into their wedding attire. So they can come here, they can change into their formal wear, just a tiny little ensuite if they're going to be using the wedding facilities. And now there's no more stairs to the upstairs, but the elevator does go further up. So if you take the elevator up to the 3rd floor, there's a little lock and key here and a little door. Where does this lead? This is ominous and oh boy. This is the interrogation room with the lie detector, so your Sims can come here and do that. I just hid this away up in Town Hall. Pleasantview does not have a police station. I don't find that I can make those very functional, so I sort of combined an interrogation room up here. And I'll show you something else when we look from the top down. So if we look at this lot from the top down, on the 3rd floor, you'll see where the elevator leads to. We have a little door with that little interrogation, but there is also plenty of space behind it if we wanted to expand that. And there's also empty space here down at the bottom. So if we wanted to put more things here, like a courtroom or a jury waiting area, or some kind of police area or town council area, we do have a little bit of space to do that. I just hadn't decided exactly what I wanted to do or if I wanted to do those things in Pleasantview, so I built what I knew I wanted and I left a little bit of space for the rest of it. So this lot may get an expansion in the future if it's appropriate. On the 2nd floor here, you can see the wedding area with just 4 chairs and the cake. There's also the bathroom and the ensuite changing area. Over here we have the pet items, the judgment scales, and the toddler or children's area, and then the stairs that go down to the 1st floor. On the 1st floor, we have the charisma podium where we have town hall meetings. We also have the bathroom next to the elevator, cookies, coffee, and then of course seating, books, and the attendance desk, along with the vending machine and the job board. I, of course, downloaded this lot and renovated it to my needs. I believe the original lot is a library, but it works very well as this government building that I've turned it into, and it has a lot of potential to be actually quite a lot of things. If you are interested, click that link in the description below from the original creator and add this to your neighborhood to renovate it for your needs. Over closer to the residential area of town, just across the street from the Pleasance and across the other way from the retirement home, we have Rolling Hills Cemetery. Everyone in Pleasantview will come to this lot, whether sooner or later. Now you'll see that this lot is very green, but I did download this lot and renovate it, so I will leave a link to the original in the description below. This lot may also get some further renovations, which I'll talk about as we go through it. You can see all the beautiful greenery here. Out front, we have a bus stop, and you can see right here we have a dog chew toy as well as a toddler toy. If you look inside where the water is, you can't fish here because it is closed off, but there are fountains and there is a statue of the Gray Lady. Now these are the areas where our Sims will end up being. When we put a tombstone here, I will then edit this area so it looks like a full grave. These are markers for where the graves will be. I did also download from Sun and Moon Star Factory some beautiful tombstone covers and similar, so I may decide to use those. I may decide to use the Maxis ones, my default replacements. I haven't decided yet if I will leave it open to green and build actual rolling hills or not. We'll just have to see. Let's finish looking around this outside part. There is an area, a nice little tranquil area for your toddlers on their rocking horse, as well as a easel. You'll see these mats here. These are exercise and yoga mats. So our Sims can come here and do some yoga while they are hanging out with their deceased loved ones. Now let's head back to the back. Now over here, if you follow this dirt path in the back, I did put, of course, the utility box, but also the vending machines in case your Sims are here for a long period of time and they just need a little drink. And then inside this building, if you go inside, this is just a bathroom. So it has a unisex bathroom, 2 stalls, 2 sinks, and 2 mirrors. So if we look at this lot from the top down, you can see the vending machines in the back, and you can see the 2-stall unisex bathroom. Through the trees here, you can see the little art area as well as the rocking horse. There are plenty of areas for our grave markers as well as the exercise mats. And in the front, we have a toddler toy, a pet toy, and a bust. I imagine that Pleasantview will need a larger cemetery later, so we may end up moving this lot and expanding it, building a second cemetery. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, all those areas where the grave markers are may also change if I decide that I want a different look and feel for this lot. I'll make those decisions once we have more deceased Sims in the neighborhood. And finally, if you follow the road out of town, past the Stony Correctional Center, you will see the old landfill. Is this landfill full of trash or treasure? Definitely trash. The Waste Collection Agency is hoping someone will think differently and come along to clear out this filth before it gets so bad that they have to do it themselves. Welcome to the old landfill. I had so much fun building this lot. As you can see down here, this is a lot that I built from scratch. And no, I will not upload it because there is so much custom content here and so many items. But there's plenty of broken trash, tires, trash that they can pick up, trash that's just decorative. There are also a lot of hidden roaches. I have viable roaches, so I placed those down. There's also some hidden fireworks and other items of the like. There is a bonfire that our Sims can light on fire, which if you watched the Pleasant episode where Lilith came here to do her community service, you saw her light that on fire. There are plenty of walkthrough blocks hidden on this lot, if you see that one right there that I forgot to turn invisible. There are deco dumpsters, a bus stop. There's a pack of cigarettes next to the trash can. This is a lot that I use in 2 main ways. One is to send my Sims here to do community service. I have them pick up trash. So you'll see all of these trash piles right here with the little food things. Those are all pickable. And what I mean is your Sims can pick them up and put them in their inventory. So your Sims can come here to do community service and pick all of those pieces of trash up. Other ones, like these green trash bags, are just decorative and they actually hurt the environment score. The other thing that Sims come here to do is if they get a random occurrence or if they just get the want rolled, I will send them here so that they can dig for treasure. and I think that this is the perfect place to do that. I do have a mod in my game called Mod Your Dig, where I have changed it so when Sims dig, they can get a much wider variety of items and different types of items. So I think it's a lot of fun to have them dig for treasure because you really never know what they're going to find. But this is our last municipal lot. I do need to do some more edits to this lot and add some more walkthrough blocks. I also need to download another outhouse. I had an outhouse on this lot, but when Lilith came here, it was not functional for her, so I deleted that from my game, and I now need to go find another one and add it because I do think that we need a toilet on this lot. This is not a lot that I intend to use very often, but I think it's a lot of fun to have in the game, and I love it being on the outskirts of town. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in tours of our university subhood, vacation subhoods, secret witch lots, or hobbies lots, and I'll consider doing an extended series. If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in another video very soon.